Okay, movement in pregnancy is really important. So, first of all, the heaviest part of your baby is the back of your baby's head, okay? And so gravity can really be your friend here. So first of all, when you're sitting in a chair, you're going to be in a version of this position where your pelvis is slightly tilted backwards. So especially in your car, that's going to encourage this position. Sitting in a chair, you're going to be in this position, working at your desk if you're sat to type on your computer. If you're sitting on the sofa in the evening, your pelvis is going to tilt into this position. Now, because the back of your baby's head is heaviest, then the baby's head is going to possibly spin round so that it ends up lying with your baby's spine facing the same direction as your spine. So this is how you can end up in that back-to-back position, which you may know is not the ideal position for giving birth. So let's use gravity to be your friend. So if you switch over and spend some time in this position, what happens now, the back of your baby's head is now facing towards the ground, and that's going to create the position where your baby's nose is now facing towards your spine, and that's perfect. That's exactly where you want to be. So the old wives' tale about scrubbing the floors before you go into labour is absolutely right. There's a really good scientific reason behind it. Okay, so along those lines, when you're in this position, as well as your pelvis being slightly tilted, you'll see that my knees are higher than my hips. And that again is going to encourage your pelvis to tilt a little bit. We do tend to spend more time than we should in this position anyway, just because of modern life, not because you're doing anything wrong, it's just the way our cars, our houses are designed. So my knees are higher than my pelvis. So you want to try and find ways to not be in that position as often as you can. So this is your stability ball, and you'll notice this ball for me is not really pumped up high enough. I need to put this, needs a bit more air in it, because my knees, it's only small, but my knees are slightly higher than my pelvis, and it's creating that little tilt, that little tuck that I want to avoid. So if I can pump the ball up a little bit more, it's going to do the opposite. So it's going to allow you to sit with that tiny tilt just in the other way. That's again just going to encourage your baby to spin around the other way. So if you need any advice, any help on getting the right size stability ball for you, just give me a quick message and I can help you. Okay. So the other thing, walking around is brilliant. So if you can spend as much time in the day walking around, that's really good. That's going to help your baby get into the right position. If you have a job where you're at a desk at a computer for a lot of the day, an easy thing you can do is to set your alarm just to remind yourself to get off your chair, to walk around. If you've got a stability ball and you know that it's at the right height, again, brilliant, because you can use that instead of a chair, and that's naturally going to create quite a lot of movement. You'll find you won't sit still on it. You'll keep moving, and the more you move, the better. The other thing you can do is to stand while you're working. So I'm just going to move this angle a little bit so you can see what I mean. So, no expense spared. I've just got a load of yoga blocks, but you could use anything. So you could use a cardboard box, just put your laptop on top of that, and then just work here. So you might set a timer on your phone so that you work on your chair, or even better, your stability ball for half an hour, set a timer and swap and do some work standing up. Okay, so just give your body a break from being in that tucked position, and your body and your birth and your baby will really thank you for it. Any questions, just please do get in touch.